From restaurants with family drama that unfolded right in front of the cameras,
Tough guy?
Once almighty. Oh, shit. Hey.
Get in, tough guy! Come on, you look at my father! You made a mistake! Come on!
to some owners who gave up almost as soon as the cameras left,
And it's fascinating to watch you, in a very cocky way,
I'm not being cocky at all. I'm
use
saying
your
that I'm
father's
feeling-
money and abuse it.
here's what happened to the restaurants that even Gordon Ramsay couldn't rescue. Starting with the Mimmo. Opening in late 2022 wasn't really about launching a restaurant, but about keeping a certain family dream alive.
His late uncle, he was a chef for many years. Everybody agreed that it would be a really great idea to pay respect to him and open up a restaurant together.
Without anyone who really knew the business, things were falling apart, and customers started complaining.
No good? Something wrong with this.
Meanwhile, personal sacrifices were the only thing keeping things going, yet the business was still in so much debt.
I've been paying payroll for the past 2.5 to 3 weeks out of my pocket. And overall, we're close to $500,000 in the hole.
Along with that, the menu was supposed to be modern Italian, but the food was disappointing, with frozen ingredients and flavors that didn't justify the prices.
The mozzarella tastes terrible. It's almost like it's synthetic. Giuseppe, the mozzarella tastes weird. Is it fresh mozzarella?
No.
And take away, I'll go to the next course and may I have some more water, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
$22 for that. It's like an implant gone wrong. Wowzer. Meatballs taste cold.
When Ramsay took a look around the kitchen, things quickly started to get serious.
How long have they been in there?
How long?
Smell it! What happens when mussels are floating? What does it mean?
No good.
They're dead.
They're dead.
They're open and they're dead. They're dead. With vegetables that are absolutely trolleyed.
After seeing the mess, the staff was ordered to clear out the kitchen right away. To turn things around, Ramsay had Antonio go train with a top pizza chef to learn proper techniques.
Dan set this amazing restaurant up over 10 years ago and is the inspiration for everyone running pizzerias across the country. And this man is now going to give you a personal masterclass. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
At the same time, the dining room was overhauled. Trading graffiti walls for a cleaner look meant to feel calm and welcoming. During the relaunch, customers were clearly enjoying the improved food.
Yeah? It's pretty exciting having it made and rolled and cooked in front of you, right?
The fresh basil is so good.
And the fresh mozzarella.
The fresh mozzarella, yeah.
But even with that fresh start, the same old issues stuck around. One comment online really summed it up, saying, "Antonio seemed like a great kid, but I don't see the restaurant doing well. It's a very small town that already has many pizza places. People are very loyal to their pizza spots, and I could see locals resenting social media stars who aren't from Dumont opening a place when other pizza places are so ingrained in the community." Before the episode even aired, the property briefly went up for sale, showing that the family was most likely looking for a way out. The Mimmo finally closed in late September 2024 and has since been taken over by a new restaurant, Mexico Mi Amor. Meanwhile, Antonio Gigante has found his place in the industry and currently works as a pizza chef at La Boheme in Hoboken. Family hopes didn't quite pan out in the Mimmo. And next up is another restaurant halfway across the world that was in quite some trouble. Piccolo Teatro, owned by Rachel McNally, was in a busy part of Paris and seemed like the kind of small spot that should have done well. But money kept slipping away every month, and things were worse than anyone thought.
Since Rachel took over the business, she's been losing nearly $5,500 every month. The debts are spiraling out of control, and if things don't pick up, she'll be closed in 3 months.
From the get-go, things weren't looking good. Food was unimpressive, which made it quite hard to pull people in or get them to come back.
The food was shit. It wasn't nearly there. It was a mess.
Our food wasn't very good, to put it politely. The couscous was crunchy, the tart was completely burnt to a crisp.
Burns. Quite burns.
Not just that, the kitchen itself was tiny, barely bigger than a cupboard, and it was run by Daniel, an unpredictable chef who seemed rather unserious. Once Ramsay watched how their service ran, more issues became clearer as everything was slow and customers were left waiting.
Tu te dépêches même pas, quoi. Fais un petit effort pour être un petit peu plus speed, s'il te plaît, pour moi. Oui. Parce que sinon, les clients vont partir et moi, je vais perdre l'argent.
There are now 8 people in the restaurant and barely anyone is getting served. I mean, I've seen some bad kitchens in my time, but not quite as disorganised and fucking chaotic as this.
Things pointed back to the chef again and again, and in the end, Ramsay had to get him out of the kitchen.
I know, faut pas...
No, let's go. Come on, Danielle, please.
Daniel,
Let's go.
tu sors maintenant.
Careful, careful.
S'il te plaît, m'énerve pas. On va pas.
Let's
Even if he had to physically do it. This all showed just how broken the working environment had become, and instead of stepping up, Rachel didn't seem all there.
I need to know, are you seriously interested in turning this around? I don't get the feeling, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Busting my ass off in your establishment to help turn this around. You went home, and you said this morning you'd be back at 3:30.
My cat who's about to give birth. I had no choice, and I had to have a shower.
Ramsay eventually made some changes to the menu to broaden its appeal.
The objective today, take in boring, bland vegetarian food to something sexy, vibrant, and a pure indulgence.
And then a capable chef named India Innes was brought in to help get the kitchen back on track. Everything was finally falling into place, and customers seemed genuinely pleased.
Was the best steak we've ever had.
It was really, really yummy.
This was fabulous for us in terms of price.
The entrees were beautiful.
Yeah.
The mushroom thing was just spectacular.
But still, Ramsay wasn't confident in the restaurant's success.
I'm not 100% convinced that Rachel has the right attitude to run a business. And if this doesn't work, and she doesn't make money in this place, unfortunately, she's only got herself to blame.
And when Gordon returned just weeks later, what he found was shocking.
Who to free and who to blame.
He tried to discuss what went wrong with Rachel, but she clearly wasn't having it.
And it's fascinating to watch you, in a very cocky way,
I'm not being cocky at all. I'm
use
saying
your
that I'm
father's
feeling...
money and abuse it. You're very lucky.
Right, I've had enough.
Oh.
I've had enough of your abuse. I don't need this delegation. I don't need it. Sorry. I'm out of here.
Abuse?
In the end, the space sat unused for years before another restaurant, L'Alimentari, took over in 2012 and has been around ever since. Following the collapse of Piccolo Teatro, Rachel McNally's life reportedly took a controversial turn, with some sources suggesting she worked as a prostitute in Paris. Meanwhile, Chef India Innes was the episode's clear success. Ramsay offered her work experience at his London Boxwood Cafe, and ever since, she's gone on to build a career at some of Scotland's top restaurants. But Paris wasn't the only place facing a tough kitchen story. Up in England, another restaurant was running into trouble of its own. By the time this restaurant showed up in Gordon Ramsay's radar, it was already on its last legs.
If I don't do something drastic, then, this business will go down the pan.
Owned by Israel Pons, the place was located at the top of Chelmsford High Street and used to be full of life. But now things were definitely going downhill.
The restaurant's losing money. The bar is supporting the restaurant. Our sales have dropped by more than 50% in comparison to 2 years ago.
Israel believed the kitchen should be saving him, especially with an experienced chef like Philippe Blanc in charge. Yet the business wasn't doing well, and the staff were starting to get on each other's nerves.
Don't look an idiot, okay? Because the command... someone, you're fucking shit.
The food itself raised a few questions, with dishes that looked the part but didn't quite deliver.
70% of Philip's food is brought in, ready prepared. What's happened to that? The Frenchman even gets his baguettes delivered frozen.
Fucking hell.
And buying in ready-made food is an expensive false economy.
So Ramsay changed direction of the food, and suddenly there was a clearer sense of what the place was meant to be.
See what I'm trying to do? I'm just trying to lift it. I don't want to get complicated. These guys aren't in a position to get anything complicated done. When I talk about reintroducing menus, I'm not talking about fucking food that's over his head. I'm talking about soups, sandwiches, and straightforward dishes that you can identify, that are idiot-proof and fucking delicious.
At the same time, the place was cleaned up, and anything that needed fixing was taken care of. Things seemed like they were finally settling until the relaunch service made it clear just how fragile the situation was, with delays and plenty of complaints.
The ticket's gone.
I know it's disappeared.
Yeah. That's why there's such a problem, because they've been waiting absolutely ages and nobody's getting there.
We have an hour for lunch, so obviously we had to try and fit the food in within the hour. So I've just had to phone the office and tell them we're going to be a bit late.
Ramsay had done the best he could, and in the end, he left hopeful that the staff and owner would step up.
Get it back on track. That's the most important thing. Israel, keep on them. Yeah, breathing down their necks. Yeah?
But it soon became clear that the kitchen wasn't the real concern at all. Israel and his partner Tara were running the restaurant on a £250,000 loan from a national brewery, and even with business improving, it still wasn't enough.
They didn't have long to reap the benefits.
Shortly after I left, the brewery took the business out of Israel and Tara's hands.
As a result, Deep Place no longer operates there, even though the building still stands at Chelmsford. It found new life in August 2020 as the Garrison, a bar themed around Peaky Blinders, which remains in operation today. After his restaurant business ended, Israel Pons moved to Mexico and switched gears into finance, eventually working his way up to CEO of an angel investment company. Meanwhile, just like Deep Place, this next spot seemed like it had potential, but was slowly falling apart. Only this time, the mess was more about family drama than the food. The man in the suit was what caught people's attention first at Peter's Italian restaurant more than anything else. It was clear the restaurant was run by someone more focused on his image than the food.
I take so much pride in myself, my appearance, my car, my clothes.
I got sauce on my suit.
I take care of myself, and it shows. You can put your hands on me. I promise I won't bring you up on charges. You know what I mean?
But while Peter Pellegrino worked the room like a stage, the business wasn't holding its own.
The restaurant is not making the money that it was making. Right now, we're not paying the bills.
And the thing is, even though the restaurant carried Peter's name, it was really being held together by his sister Tina.
No one thinks I'm the owner in here. They all think it's my brother because he's the host.
Come on, Peter, help.
Yeah.
The fuck?
No matter what Tina did, the place just wasn't working, and the kitchen was a complete mess.
All these stove tops here don't work. The broiler doesn't work proper. This oven does not work. We use it as storage. We keep our towels and stuff in here.
Adding to the problems, Peter was dealing with debt collectors, which would disrupt how the restaurant ran.
Yeah, he'd like... No, not right now, I don't, buddy. No, not right now, I don't.
Well, as soon as you got a minute.
Yeah, okay.
As soon as you got a minute. Telephone, tough guy.
Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Maybe you don't understand what
No.
I spoke to other people, too, that he's in debt with, that called me up and said if there's anything I could do.
In one of those instances, things got so heated that Peter had to be held back while Ramsay was trying to calm the situation down.
Oh, shit. Hey.
Get it, tough guy. Come on, look at my father. You made a mistake. Come on. Come on. You made a mistake. I'll hurt you, scumbag. Get it, tough guy. Come on. Stop.
Despite everything, Ramsay went ahead with a makeover and made changes to try and fix the place.
Every oven is working.
Oh my God! Oh, Peter, let me
A new double fridge as well.
Oh my God, what?
During relaunch, things seemed to be heading in the right direction for a bit, but Peter just kept undermining every step.
Hungry, man.
Instead of serving the baked clams...
You got a fork back here? Anybody got a fork? Come on, I want to see Gordon see me eating. I don't want to get yelled at.
He decides to eat them.
Get them one bottle on me right now for all your comedy of errors tonight. Thank you, so you cost me a bottle of wine. Just get them the bottle of wine, please.
After the cameras left, things didn't get any better, as the small boost from the relaunch was not enough to keep business alive. By the end of 2008, Peter's Italian restaurant had shut its doors. The space that once belonged to the restaurant has since been merged with the post office cafe next door. As for Peter, word later got out through Cosa Nostra News that he in fact was a mobster with ties to the Bonanno family. In the end, the restaurant never really stood a chance, because the one person it was named after was never there to save it. Next up is a restaurant barely keeping its head above water, weighed down by tons of debt and a chef who didn't fit. Trobiano's was a New York restaurant mostly running off a cheap special that drew in longtime customers.
The early bird special was my idea. Any place you like. It's bringing in people to keep the boat afloat.
But in actual fact, it was $500,000 in debt. The owner, Joe, bet everything on the head chef, and that ended up being his biggest mistake.
Anthony, he's only my daughter's boyfriend. I put my faith, I put my home, my retirement, my wife's well-being, everything else on the line with this young man.
Anthony was only 25 and had placed himself in charge of the kitchen despite never working in an Italian restaurant before.
I'm gobsmacked that a young man at the age of 25 would manipulate his future father-in-law to open an Italian restaurant, having never worked in a fucking Italian restaurant.
As for the food, Ramsay was far from impressed.
Dry and absolutely hideous.
When Gordon called out the chef, he only waved off the feedback.
I thought you had a better palate than the fucking customers in there this evening. It was hideous.
He can bust my balls about my ego, but you should not be killing me over my food. I know I'm a great chef. I don't think he knew what he was talking about.
But things really hit a wall once Ramsay walked into the kitchen and saw how dirty and greasy it was. If this place was going to survive, it needed to change fast, so they got started with a full deep clean, followed by Ramsay introducing new specials to the menu.
Homemade, fresh mozzarella, yes, with caramelized red onions, escarole, bang. Beautiful. All right, 2 nice specials, yeah?
With a cleaner kitchen and a fresh menu, the relaunch went well, and for the first time in ages, the place actually felt alive again, with good feedback coming in.
For you and one for you.
What?
This is delicious, though.
Another one?
Yeah, for 4.
Can't believe how well this has gone.
This is unbelievable.
It's extraordinary.
I'm gonna fill up on the appetizer.
Right.
Yeah, follow him behind with
It looked like things might finally turn around, but money problems caught up as there was too much debt and unpaid taxes just made it worse. As a result, just a month after the episode premiered, Trobiano shut down in October 2008. The original building where the restaurant used to be was torn down between 2021 and 2022. Now, a luxury condo complex called The Rose stands there, with units starting at around $1.2 million. As for Anthony, he's still married to Tiffany, and in 2016, spent some time working as an executive chef at Chirella's in Melville, New York. Now he appears to have left the restaurant business behind and is now working in sales. After a kitchen plagued by debt and denial, the next story shows what happens when owners check out long before the customers do. Cafe Tavolini was purchased by Keith and Lisa Restivo on a whim, despite the couple having no prior experience owning restaurants.
We didn't know the restaurant business. I'm a hairdresser by trade, and Keith owned liquor stores. We had no clue.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. How are you, honey?
It was no surprise that the restaurant struggled and ended up in debt.
In debt, $350,000. This is what's going to have to happen.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Soon the owners were hardly around, and the staff made it clear they were unhappy with how things were going.
You know, he'll sit at home and stare at the surveillance cameras and basically nitpicks.
Why is everybody sitting down here?
If you have this much money into the place, why aren't you there when the place isn't working?
As soon as Ramsay stepped in, it was clear the food standards were a major issue.
This big, soggy, dirty pool of juice and crap underneath there. Dreadful. Thank you.
But the biggest problem was the owner's complete lack of commitment, which became clear one chaotic night when Lisa and Keith were found eating dinner in their car instead of helping out. Ramsay tried a tough approach, locking up the restaurant and putting up out-of-business signs to force the owners to confront the possibility of failure.
Can't believe it. What does this mean?
We can't even get in. What's going on?
I need both of you to be committed.
Okay.
I hear you loud and clear.
Let's get inside.
After some adjustments, the service improved and customers were happier.
It appears as though everyone is loving the new Tavolini experience.
It's really, really exciting.
That's it. That's done. That's gone. Perfect, bro. We're beautiful.
Guys, I'm really, really proud of you.
But in the end, the owners reverted to their old habits and failed to commit to the management changes Ramsay implemented once the cameras stopped rolling. Weeks after filming, Cafe Tavolini closed in December 2010. The owner's decision to shut down right after handing out gift certificates even led to an attorney general investigation. The restaurant's failure also served as the final blow to the owner's marriage, which collapsed into separation and divorce shortly after the intervention. Today, the former site of the restaurant is occupied by a different establishment called Bryac Restaurant and Raw Bar. Moving on, while Cafe Tavolini struggled with absent owners, the next story shows how putting a young cook in charge can be a whole different kind of challenge. Bonapartes was owned by Sue Ray, with the kitchen run by Tim Gray, a 21-year-old who started as a dishwasher and worked his way up to chef. Sue trusted Tim to lead since they had no real chef. But the numbers fell, and nights passed with barely anyone walking through the door.
And last night?
Last night, I think we did only 2 again. So?
2 customers the whole night?
2 customers the whole night, yeah. Unfortunately, it's just died a death.
When Gordon watched Tim during service, it was clear he didn't have much experience.
Okay, can you hear that? Can you hear? Hold on, come in. The buzzing in the background. That's the veg in the microwave that should have gone with the main course 4 minutes ago. It's burnt. Can you not taste that, man? No. Smell it then. You honestly can't taste that burnt?
But now you point it out. Yeah.
Get that shit in the bin.
During the kitchen inspection, Ramsay came across some pretty terrible issues.
That's just some lentils.
Oh, this one's stuck to the fucking glass. Yeah, it looks like sheep's turd that's been infested with ants. We've got fucking fur on fucking potatoes. When's that from?
I'll tell you.
Because Tim was young and clearly in over his head, Ramsay tried to guide him first, taking him to a local market to show him how to buy fresh food. Ramsay encouraged Sue to rethink things and go for a simpler approach that worked better for the town and the staff.
It's clearly not going to work as a fine dining experience. It's got to go back to comfort, rustic, easygoing food. It's got to become more of a bistro because the place oozes that kind of style.
Before long, things were looking up again, and the Valentine's Day relaunch packed the place with satisfied customers.
It was excellent. Yeah, very enjoyable.
It's what we expected to have, really, and it was really tasty and really enjoyable. It's nice.
But all that success depended on constant effort and discipline. And once the pressure eased, old habits started coming back. That was much more obvious when Ramsay returned unannounced and found the place had slipped right back to where it started.
What the fuck is that in there? You're not serving them, are you?
Yeah.
What the fridge is like? My God almighty. What is that shit in there? There's mould and fur. Dear oh dear, so you haven't changed, have you? Fuck. This is a living fucking nightmare. This is your gaff. There you go.
Should not be in.
You didn't see this, Sue?
No, I didn't actually.
Not long after, Bonapartes shut down in 2005, and the space went through a few short lives as other bars. Today, the building has been converted into residential apartments. Sue was left with a £400,000 debt, lost her home, and ended up on benefits while staying with her sister. As for Tim, he walked away from cooking and chased attention instead, nearly landing on Big Brother before being turned away.